Hello, hello, hello. I'm Andrea Stevens,
And I'm Jeanette Mejias, and we are Webs Women.
where exposure brings strength. Hello, episode 51.
Yes, and happy born day, sister.
Today it's your birthday. I can't.
Yes,
I gotta sing something.
you have
And
to
my
sing. I
voice
mean,
is
come
so
on, it's your
not ready.
birthday.
Yeah, but I got that raspy voice. It's not prepared for the singing.
So
Unless I'm singing like Pat Benatar.
I
I
will.
sing, I gotta say something. The karaoke, this is why I sing. I don't know what my problem is. I never would have done this before my father made me years ago. I went to Canada because he was living in Canada at the time. And he made me take like 3 shots in a row and had 2 beers lined up and said, I put you in and you're going on stage. And I
Oh
was like,
my God.
what? Yeah.
Why?
Yes. And I sang, what the hell did I sing? He had me sing, I Will Survive. And I knew every single word. By the time I got up there, I was loaded. I was singing like I was on stage. I was walking around the crowd, putting the mic in people's faces to sing the chorus with me. It was crazy. This is why I sing today.
Well, I think singing is good. Your soul, it's good for your soul. And what better reason than to sing to embrace another year that you're welcomed, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
you have to say are aging backwards, fountain of youth, aging gracefully, and definitely do not look like you're in your mid 40s.
You're late, but it's like late 40s
or
now.
late 40s. Yeah, that's right. Late 40s.
Once you hit the 7, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You got to round up.
So how do you feel? How does it feel? Another year in the books.
I don't, you know what? Everybody said, somebody else yesterday said, she was like, so how does it feel for you? I was like, does it feel like anything? I said, my head still says I'm in my 20s. I feel like I'm in my 20s. I think I act like I'm in my 20s. I do stupid shit. I don't care. I don't act like, I'm in the line. Like I look around in the other, I don't know if anybody else does this, but you look around in the car line, right? When you're picking up your kid at school, and I'm looking around and everybody looks so tired or bored or what. And me, I have the tunes on. I'm dancing in the car. My shoulders are going. My fingers are going. I'm singing, lip singing in the car, or really singing in the car. But like everybody else is very like just
mellow.
They're not as happy. They're not as happy as me. Now, when the sun's not out, I got to say, sometimes I'm not a singer. But when the sun is out, I am hands down a singer. And the people in the car line, when you're picking up your kids, you can't be boring. Your kids come out to boring. No, they got to come out to alive, right? They're excited to get the hell out of school. So anyway.
No, that's great. I love your energy. I definitely am not singing any kind of tunes when I'm picking up my son. I'll tell you that much.
But I'm blaring the music. They got to hear my car pumping. I mean, you know how, especially for some reason, Jeeps, but like Jeeps, you can hear the whole conversation you have in a car as if you're in the car. So when the music is going, I'm sure that's all you hear is boom, 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 boom. I'm sure. And I'm like, dude, yes. I don't know. I just know that I don't act 47.
And that's okay. I mean, I don't even know what acting 47 looks like, but any reflections in your what are your reflections? I'd love to know. Any lessons learned in your year?
In my last year?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think health-wise, you look at different things, right? As you get now, now my head says 27, my body says, okay, you could be 47. So, the autoimmune issues, the things that I'm looking at now that I'm looking at a little differently today than I did, 2 days ago when I was 46. Yeah, I'll tell you, I feel a little more alive. I
Mm.
feel like I've got this boost of energy. And I don't know why, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a year older. Me, I'm like, here it is, open the door.
Yeah, and that's funny because some people do not embrace, aging up so gracefully. I know for me, I remember there was a time in my life that I felt I had to have a lot of things checked off by a certain, I had a timeline going on in my age. So when I hit was it 30? I think 30.
Mhm.
I remember crying. I remember waking up and literally crying. And I remember, you know, the person asking me, why are you crying? And I'm like, I'm not where I want to be in life. I'm
Yeah.
not married. I don't have children. I'm not as established as
Oh.
I was hoping to be. Like, I was like in this space that I needed to have all these things done. Um,
Mm.
which is really just, I don't know, like a ridiculous narrative that I had in my mind, but that just was where I was at. I was just the kind of
Mhm.
person, this has to happen by this time. And if this doesn't happen by this time, then, what am I doing? So thankfully, as I started to age, and get more and get wiser, right? I started to recognize that those things really don't matter. Really, what matters, for me as things started to change, priorities, that wasn't really priority for me. And if it happened, it happened. If it didn't, then it didn't.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
to sit there and, you know, I should be thankful that I get to, live another day, right? And so,
Yeah.
shifting that mindset. So I kind of love, how you um, you just welcome and embrace,
I'm like,
new year.
when I start feeling like shit, then I'm going to be like, oh crap. Right. But I think, yeah, but I think like I never had a timeline for anything. Everything was just like, I wing everything. I'm just, that's just, I'm,
Well,
if
that's
somebody,
me now.
I
But back
mean,
then, I didn't
I
know
was
how to
like
write
that
that.
then. I was like, I'm moving to Arizona. I got in the car with my dog. I got a job. Like I only went and visited once. The company didn't want to transfer me. I was like, okay, whatever. If I get a job today, I'm moving here. I
Mm.
got a job that day. They paid for half my move, and I was gone into like a few weeks. And I did that on a whim and drove across the country with my dog, and I was out. When I was 30, I was in a bar in Scottsdale. That's where I celebrated my birthday, and I had a blast. I didn't even think about, like, I was so happy.
I love
I
that.
felt so
That's
free. I felt so
fantastic.
happy. I didn't even give a crap about, I did not care about marriage or kids or none of it when I was 30. Not at all.
I did.
No, I left home and it was like a different life. It was almost like I was,
Mm.
something else was happening to me, and it was a start of something new. Um,
Yeah,
and
I
I
think
and I
for me,
embraced it
yeah, I
then.
think for me, I just had those pressures. I mean, my mom wanted me married at like 20. I'm like, calm down,
Mm,
like she thought I was like nuts not being married young. And I
yeah.
was like, look,
Mm.
pump the brakes because I'm not gonna marry that young. But then, when I guess I had an idea in my mind, the when, and when it
Yeah.
didn't happen, it was just like, oh my God, like, no, like, this is not happening. But you know what? I think that life always pans out the way it's supposed to. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah, for
And I love
sure.
your outlook. I think that's really a great attitude.
I have to say, yesterday I felt like kind of okay. I mean, I'm going to be vulnerable here, but every Mother's Day and every birthday that I have in the morning since my dad passed, I cry every single time. So every morning of my birthday, and I sob like a baby, and I sob on Mother's Day. And I think a lot of it is because my father was always like, he was always calling, sending things, giving me this
Mhm.
pep talk. And it was always on Mother's Day and my birthday. And I felt like, I think I just feel like that's gone, right? And that nothing will ever replace that. So I have a good cry and sob, and then I pull my shit together and I move on, with my day. And I think that just like yesterday, like this, because the sun was out, it helped, right? I think that it helps when it's bright, and it helps when you have somebody call and say, hey, what are you doing? And last year at this time, the last year on my birthday, I was at Roseanne's Farm Celestial Acres. Shout out to her. But I was there last year with our kids taking school pictures because of COVID.
I
So
remember.
we were outside the farm. And so this year when she was like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go to lunch? And she's like, do you want to come see Carly first? My alpaca that I sponsored. Yeah. Do I come see Carly? And I was like, yes, I want to come see Carly. Well, then the memories pops up on Facebook, right? Showing the pictures. And I was like, oh, last year at this time I was with Carly too. And we took a selfie. Let's try again. Let's do this. So I'm trying to kiss her face. And yeah, she wasn't not happy, but we think she's preggo. So hopefully she's pregnant and having babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
how cool.
But anyway, yeah, but
talk to
so
me a
much
little bit
fun.
about Roseanne's farm.
Okay, so her house that she purchased with her property, she had a barn on it when she bought it, the property, and
Okay.
she always wanted to rescue animals. So she has a rescue. She's rescued animals, and it's a farm where she does all of her photography. So she has people come visit the farm just to visit. So people can come for play dates with their kids, so they don't have to go to a park. They can go to her farm. She takes pictures. There's like packages, where she'll take pictures of the kids. You can buy the extra pictures if you want them. But it's, she's got, pigs, and she's got horses, and she's got chickens, and she's got rabbits, and she's got goats, and she's got a hedgehog, and she's got all the alpacas. What else has she got? The bunnies, the chicken, the rooster. What has she got? She's got everything over there. She's actually rescuing more goats because of Hurricane Ida. There was a zoo that actually has been flooding really badly over the years with all of the hurricanes that
Oh,
come in.
wow.
Yeah, they're closer to the water in New Jersey, and so they have to close down. So she's going to be taking a bunch of goats from them. But it's so great there. You got to come and
Very
bring.
peaceful. I definitely
It's
have to pay her a visit. Okay.
Yeah, come. Yeah, well, listen, when you're gonna go, we'll meet you there. I love going there. Blake likes going to just see the animals. She's gonna be doing some therapy with the horses.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so Blake went and he brushed the horses and he fed them, and like
I need some therapy. I'm down for that. I love horses.
all the animals there are all the therapy you need. I'm telling you, it is such a great visit, even if you're only there 20 minutes. It is such a great visit to go
And
and
where's
just
her
visit
farm
the
at?
animals. She's
Where?
in Long Valley,
Okay.
New
Long
Jersey.
Valley.
Yeah, Long Valley, New
Okay.
Jersey. Yeah. But it was so much fun. So yesterday, that's what I did. I went to go see Carly and we went to lunch. And I thought the Facebook memories popped up and there was so much Facebook love yesterday. Like I just felt so blessed, so loved. I
Well,
was just
you're
so
all
thankful.
loved. You're fabulous. You're amazing.
Well,
I just think that, I think the last 18 months, I know that people are cherishing others, cherishing
yeah.
those that are in their circle in a way that matters.
Mhm.
I think that the slowing down, although things are picking up again, but I just think that um, people are just being more thoughtful and more conscientious of who is in their
Yeah.
circle. And I know that, you know, I know
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for our friendship, and I'm
Me
happy to
too.
see that you were able to celebrate. And hey, it's still your birthday month, so there's still more celebrating to do, girl. So
Yeah. Where can we go? What can we do?
yes, absolutely,
How about a
sister.
2-day trip? That was, a 2-day trip so I can get out of here.
Yeah,
That's what
seriously.
I enjoy. An overnighter.
There you go. That sounds
Yeah,
like a
where to
plan,
go? Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So very grateful, very blessed. I think that I think everything. I'm blessed to be with you every single week here and hopefully shedding some light and helping people along the way. We had an awesome guest last week. You know, that is
Yeah, Mike.
we had no words.
That happens
I
to be one of the most compelling, you know, not that we were interviewing him, because we do not interview guests. We just sit and listen to their stories. But that might be the first guest in the short history of webs that we were like
Right.
just silent. There was just nothing to really insert there, you know.
I don't even know if I could find words at the time.
You know,
like
you're hearing his story, and I think one of the things for me, I'm like, oh my God, this is almost like something you watch in a Lifetime movie, or it didn't seem real to me, but it was real. It's a real person with real events and a real compelling journey, and how he was able to just alter the events and turn it into something, you know, positive. You know, he didn't let that define him, or like, I mean, so many people in his same situation likely would have taken their own lives because of guilt written and things that just will just jump in their minds. And, you know, it's admirable, and I'm just in awe of his courage. So it was very good. Very good.
And it's, I think, to get that story out there and to tell it, you know, it's bravery, right? You know, that's, I mean,
it's a lot of guts, you know. I mean, you know, listen, you know, I'm a big ambassador of sharing your truth, but you know, sometimes sharing your truth is not something easy to do, especially when you're really, you know, being vulnerable and just letting it all out, as we, you know, typically say, let it all out. You know, it's not easy to do that, especially, you know, in this kind of platform. It's one thing when it's one-to-one with somebody, but in knowing that you don't know how many people are going to listen to that or where it's going to reach. But I think that it was great, and I'm glad that he was able to come through and be a guest. It was very good.
Me too. It's always afterwards, right, that we're like, I should have asked this, I should have asked that.
I know. Well, you know, I think that Mike won't be a stranger to us. I really would love to see a lot of our guests in our first year that kicked us off kind of come back for like a check-in to see like where they're at now, even though, you know, we've heard, you know, their story, but you know, we're a walking book, and our stories keep evolving, and there's more chapters added in our book, and I love to see what added chapters that our past guests have added. So it's something to look forward to. Yeah,
we'll have to do that. Exciting. So if you haven't listened to episode 50, that's, you know, you want to go back and listen to that for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. So here we are. Ending episode 51.
Yes. And we're going to have a bonus guest before the month is over. So
the Halloween edition.
Yes. But like not spooky kind of way. Kind of like in a very.
But she is a medium. Yes.
Yes, she does have connections to those who have left us. So she does have gifts. Yes, she's pretty fabulous.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good one.
I'm getting to know her on social media, so hopefully I have some, you know, I can speak when she comes on. Like I couldn't, and I know, you know, what's crazy?
Got her book. You got her book, right?
I know, but I get to page 1 and 2, and then, you know, my phone rings.
I know.
That's the hard part.
I'm in that place now too. Like, oh my God, I gotta get through all these books that I've purchased. There's different friends that have released books, you know, it's like crazy. But anyhow, well, listen, it was great to hang out with you. I'm wishing you, I know I've already wished you a happy birthday, but of course, you know, I wish you everything that you're deserving of. You know, you have a heart made of platinum, and I pray that
Mm,
everything that you touch just really, you know, it just takes off, and you're definitely putting your blueprint in so many areas in people's lives, and your mission and passion. I'm just really, you know, happy to just see you, you know, in your growth and in your
mm,
shine. And I just can't wait to continue
mm.
having ongoing celebrations and be your partner here
Thank you.
behind the mic. So
Thank you. I love you, girl.
I love
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're gonna go ahead and close out this segment. Thank you for tuning in. Remember that life is short. Embrace it. As Andrea says, pump up the volume, dance, whatever it is. Start adding some singing into your repertoire, whatever that looks like. Maybe I'll start taking that to account. And remember, everybody, you're listening to Webb's Women.
Where exposure brings strength.